Hello, everybody. As you can see, this lovely advertisement for her. Anyway, let me see. Where is my guest? Right there. Hello, guest. Hey. I don't know if she can see me or not, guys. She's jamming out and
just 1 second. Sorry. I was listening to Brad Dassey on UV radio app. Yeah. It's really good. You gotta go listen to it. I'm sorry I was in the middle of work and
what does that say on there? And that's a nice, is that the key?
Yes, this is the RAV key. I was just cleaning it up a little bit. Yeah.
With S. Avery, it says, is that?
No, that's just an old toothbrush from home.
Okay. Well, hello, everybody. Everybody that is in the YouTube Linda K listening, YouTube, whatever, video right now. I'm losing my mind. Hi, Jay Jax, Catnit, Crystal Terry. Hey, Hazel, nice to see you. Martha Dickinson, I love ya. Dark Side of the Moon, Cement Shoes, how you doing? Foul Play. Let me see. Maz, you are the first one here, Maz. Thank you so very much. BB, very nice to see everybody who's in here. And if you're just coming in, thank you very much. Oh, Dr. Silkman, very nice to see you. Little Barb, if you're just coming in, my guest today is the one and only Sherry Colhane. Can you say hi, Sherry, to our guests? It's been a long time since we've seen you.
Hello, everyone.
Holding up well, I can see.
Yes. Thank you.
I didn't get this to you in time. I'm so sorry.
Oh, no. We've upgraded. It is the 21st century.
She's got better slack. Hi, Travis.
I'm sorry, just a second.
Yeah. Anyway, we're going to be going back in time here. Since you look absolutely marvelous. Hi.
Thank you.
You look like you did the day you were on.
Excuse me.
You got to watch it. There's Corolla 19 going around.
It's just the fumes. Just the fumes.
You've never really needed a mask, though, have you?
No, I pride myself on my cleanliness. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So anyway, if we could go back to 2006, 2007, and you were involved in one of Wisconsin's biggest cases, the Stephen Avery case, and it was for the murder of a missing girl, Teresa Halbuck. Do you recall that?
Yes, I did.
Okay. All right. And you were why don't you give us your credentials? Maybe tell us what your job was back then, if you can remember.
I am a DNA analyst for the Wisconsin Crime Lab.
Okay, were you the only crime lab person, like, let's say, collecting evidence? Well, let's just say it for the famous RAV. Were you the one that collected, or was it somebody else helping?
I took it upon myself to volunteer to be in charge of the testing of every single item in this investigation. And yes, I did swab the RAV myself.
Okay. And did you have anybody helping you, holding things, or did you do this all by yourself? No witness. I mean, nobody else helping.
Oh, no, I made sure that to avoid any contamination, I made sure that I was alone in this process.
Okay. All right. And do you recall how much evidence you did have in that case? Because it was a very large case.
There were over 900 items that were seized, but not all of them were tested.
Oh. Did you pick and choose what you wanted to test, or?
Excuse me, just a second. Just a little dry.
I don't think.
Thank you.
Did you did they give instructions when they gave the evidence to you? Did you just know by your experience and you being an expert what to take and test, or?
Well,
how did that work?
I have done several criminal investigations, yes.
Okay.
I did work with the DA's office as well as the investigators to achieve the outcomes that were needed as far as our results. And
Sorry. I was going to spray my hair, but I didn't think it was a good deal. I can't get mine to go up like yours.
oh, it's yeah.
And it's done. You don't go by bonfires or anything, do you?
I avoid the Bunsen burners.
Okay. Anyway, so when you were doing the RAV, for instance, did you?
Excuse me, I gotta put this. I gotta put this away.
Don't you wear gloves when you do that?
Oh yes, my hands are sanitized.
Okay, so when you were taking evidence from the RAV, like there was blood in the front. How do you do that? What is your technique for getting like blood evidence, not like physical cloth evidence, but like blood evidence?
Well, let's see. We've got just some. I'm working on some things, and I just I have some. I have. Oh yes, this is the. I'm just going to show you some of the samples we have here. They are, as you can see, they're all individually wrapped. What we would do is we would take the swab. We would, oh, just a second. I better put these. Oh, that one's ripping. I'll just try. Okay. Just a moment, please.
Mm-hmm. Take your time.
Let me try to discuss here. I'm an educator, so I can do this probably at the same time. Basically, we would take the swab in question.
Is it a clean swab when you get it?
No, this is the swab that this is a swab that we would take.
Okay.
And we would take it and we would clip the end. And that end,
a little teeny bit, huh?
Yeah, that end would go in the test tube. Then it would be, we would draw the DNA out of it. Where are one of my droppers here? Oh, Lord.
Is everything on your desk all at once?
Well, I have to have everything handy. I have to have everything handy.
Oh.
Then I would take my pipette.
Oh, yeah. That's a nifty little thing there. Little eyedropper, pipette.
Yep. And then I would test this.
Okay.
This is left over.
Okay.
Okay.
Ugh. Is that alcohol based?
It is sanitizable. It is sanitizable. And then you want to make sure that you put it back in the right bag.
Okay. Okay. You put it in the right bag. And do you do this by yourself in your own little cubicle, like where you're kind of blocked off and nobody can breathe?
Excuse me 1 second. I dropped something on the floor. I'll be right back.
Okay. Oh, I can see how you have really lasted so long in the crime lab. It's almost like 40 years or something. So, boy, you're really good.
Yeah. I pride myself on abiding by the rules and my work ethic.
Okay. Is that because you follow instructions well, or
do you mind while I work? Do you mind if I work while I?
No, by all means. You can explain what you're doing so the audience can understand.
I am just cleaning up this bullet before I stick it into the solution. This will draw off all of the. I didn't see any blood on this, so I'm just going to clean it.
But them are marked.
And then we will put it into the solution.
Isn't that evidence?
Well, yes, I'm getting the DNA off of this. Excuse me. Okay.
I have to say that I have never seen anybody do these techniques before. Maybe you can explain some of these yeah.
Well, yeah, there is a little bit of issue here. Then you just draw the solution and you oh darn,
Ooh,
I only have enough for one.
well, what are you gonna do? You drink?
We're just gonna oh darn, I did get some lipstick on there. We're just gonna go ahead and test it and we'll see what happens.
Does anything happen with the practices you use and you're having, like your lipstick on it? Does that affect your stuff?
Um, in some cases it does. If there's an issue, we do have procedures that we follow.
Okay. What is it, your lunch break? Cocktail hour.
Actually, it was before you came in, and I was just trying to catch up on some cases.
Okay. I noticed that stuff was marked. The key, it said Teresa Hallbuck on it, and then it said Stephen Avery. You're cross-contaminating. Are you supposed to do that?
Everything is in its proper order. I that's why I don't let people in here like you, like the investigators and the DA, because I do not want to risk any cross-contamination. It is in my workspace. Everything in my workspace is fine. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Then, speaking of which, cross-contamination. All right. I'm going to ask you a question about that because I want to ask you about an exhibit that you had in the trial, if I can get it. I'm having a little bit of trouble finding it. Well, okay. Well, all right. I asked you if you had any instructions, like,
So are you're regarding the exhibit 341? Is this what you're referring to? I'm sorry. Do you need to see this? Okay.
Okay. Can we read that here? It says, Tom Fassbender, for a good time call.
That's a mistake. That was for a time call. It wasn't supposed to. I'm sorry.
Okay. I'm gonna
did you want to see the bottom? You wanted to see?
Yeah, I want to see. What number is that? Can we see that again? Let's get up close here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Kratz, texting only. What is that?
Ken prefers that our interactions are documented, so he asks that I only text with him.
Okay. All right. Have you ever, since the case, because you had a little trouble with your DNA being mixed in with that, does that ever happen to you ever since then? Has that happened to you a lot? And have you ever?
This was a single episode, and we have procedures. And because it was my own DNA, and it came out completely with Miss Hallbuck's, I could clearly see that it was my DNA with that, and so I followed procedure and I filed the deviation form.
Oh, Dr. Silkman, you and Sherry should talk sometime. I think maybe in your country, maybe you do things a lot better.
Erythronuclearitis. Yeah. Excuse me. I'm just a little parched.
So that deviation paper that everybody, that is just,
okay.
Can you read that, please? I mean, will you read that for us, please?
You want me to read this? It's from Mr. Thomas Fassbender. It's my notes.
Wine.
Excuse me. It's
what else? Wine, hairspray.
Did you want me?
Hairspray, Banaka, and breath mitts.
Oh, I'm
That's
sorry.
isn't that a legal paper that you're writing on your grocery list on? I mean, do they care about that, or is that just like a scrap piece of paper you have around, like the note that said, "Put her in the place, the trailer
Well,
or the garage"? Is that the kind of thing you just have laying around?
it's just copies of my notes.
Yeah, but it looks legal. How do you explain that?
It doesn't have. I haven't signed it,
Oh, okay.
so it's
Yeah, or dated it, right? Correct. You'll
no.
wait for the right time. I mean, you'll do it at the right time.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. You're referring to the exhibit 341.
Whatever it was, I mean, the numbers are all confusing. Can you explain what the crime lab numbers are and the FBI numbers and then the state police or what? There's so many numbers. How do you keep them straight?
I have my system.
And it's been working for a long time.
It's been working for a very long time. Yes, it has.
Okay.
If we're referring to these notes, is this what you were asking?
Yeah. Okay. It says a couple of items from the house and garage. Try to put her in the house and garage. I'm so glad you hung on to this. STDs from parents and victim. STDs from Stephen Avery. What is all that? Possible tissue from bone. DA Ken Kratz. And then it says text only. I'm sorry, that does not sound like official business to me.
Well,
Are these your
I did
notes?
receive a phone call. I did receive a phone call from Inspector Fossbender.
Okay, would you elaborate on that a little more?
He told me over my test that if what they were aiming to do was to make Stephen, or I'm sorry, not make, to place Teresa in Stephen's garage or in his house.
Yeah, okay. And
They were looking.
And as we know, you were able to do that. So that brings us right into the bullet. I mean, I've always been really curious. I mean, you know, Stephen's got a new lawyer and she's doing some testing of her own that's a little bit more advanced than what you're used to, I think. And she said there's no bone or blood there. There's wood and paint. Can you explain that?
Well, I did not see what appeared to be any traces of blood on this bullet. But I decided I was going to go ahead and test it for DNA anyways.
Okay, well, when you tested it, wasn't it a long time after everything else came in? I mean, then you had that, and then you got your own DNA in there, and you just said, I'm going to let it go through. Where I've seen logs of yours from back then where you just said, nope, can't do it, because you had your own DNA in there. So can you explain why you've never done that since the Stephen Avery case? I mean, have you gotten so good you don't do that anymore? Or, I mean, you know, I don't want to.
I am on the top of my game now.
Top of the mistake list? I mean, the best list?
Oh no, I am actually a team leader. That was a 1 in a billion chances of that happening. But because of the importance in this case, I decided that to file the deviation, and it was approved.
Okay, it was approved. But isn't that going beyond protocol, what you normally do? And you've never done it since. So I'm real curious, what made you was it you just had to get it right for Stephen? Was that it? I mean, you were really pulling for him because you let him out the first time, right? I mean, you were the one responsible, correct?
It is true. Yes, I was the DNA analyst on his first case as well.
I'm sorry. Some of our audience can be very straightforward. They're just some questions they have.
No, I was actually wearing a dark color. So no, that
Oh,
wasn't
you don't
mine.
want to see that one. That one was not.
What? Oh, yes. Cheers. Cheers. Thank you. We will be meeting at Foul Play after this in the party room.
Okay. There's a good one for you. Where's your FKN gloves?
Oh, they're right here.
Okay.
They work for great party favors afterwards too.
Right. Okay. Now back to that. Never done it and never. You're. That bothers me that you do that. Are you playing? Is that a game you play in your lab?
It's just an old lab.
Is there a purpose for that?
It's an old lab game.
Oh. Okay. Are you allowed to drink alcohol in your lab?
Oh, only on company parties.
Oh. I thought you used the alcohol to clean your instruments and things. I didn't know you were drinking it. That looks like a cow udder. Oh, you're going to paint pictures with a swab? You know what's that? You're using somebody's DNA. Okay. That's not your lipstick. That's somebody's DNA. Now you have to test that too.
That's okay.
You got plenty.
It's just like our buccal swabs.
Okay. Yeah.
You stick it in the bag. Oh, I got to grab a bag just a second.
She has everything organized, guys. Okay. Very sterile too. Yes, Dr. Silkman. She's sterilizing herself with this right here. 99 proof, 00 proof. This one. You got it right, Bean.
I don't remember doing this case. I don't think that was me.
See, Rudy. I've heard of that. I've heard of these. How long you been waiting on that C. Rudy DNA? Do you just make up your mind when you want to do it? Because I know in Stephen Avery's 1985 case, when he was trying to, get the new DNA testing and stuff, and you sat on his answer for a year. Is there a reason? Were you getting approval?
Well, I was waiting for the evidence to be brought to me. We were extremely backlogged. There was just no way getting around it. And yeah.
Did you also have help from, officers that were so nice last time to, like Fassbender, to give you some nice instructions where that stuff came from and where it should be placed, and all that nice extra help they give you?
I don't know that I like what you're insinuating.
I'm just going by what was in the past. I'm wondering if your procedures have changed, if you've ever been disciplined, almost fired, any of that kind of stuff. We're straight up you're messing with DNA. I mean, we can see that that just doesn't look correct. Oh, here you go. One of our lovely chatters would like to know this. Did you work on the OJ case? If it don't fit, acquit?
I was requested for that. Unfortunately, I had a seminar I was attending at the time.
Does everybody have lab getting tipsy parties? Is it kind of something you do, or?
Okay. I don't think we need this anymore, do you? I think we're kind of done with this.
I don't know. I'm not there. It's not my lab. I don't know what you do. It says Stephen Avery. Did you give him all this DNA that he needed? I mean, he's still going through an Ew, that's some good alcohol. Okay, you were given some cement that was from the garage. Do you think maybe Thomas Fassbender was talking about the cement testing, make sure that came from the garage or the trailer, or I mean, I don't know.
Actually, do you think I need some more, Miss Martha? I don't know. Maybe I think my nose is a little shiny. Ooh. Sorry, got it on table a little bit.
Have you been to drinking seminars?
That's where I met that lovely Dr. Silkman.
Oh, okay. Are you using a swab for your lips? Oh, I don't know, Sherry. I thought maybe through the years you had changed a little bit, and you only look a little drunker. And
I'm actually quite enjoying this interview.
okay, all right. Well, what does SOTT mean in Wisconsin?
Some other type of tonic.
Okay. And DNA, you already explained that one to us. Do you do body shots? Just asking, just curious.
Well,
I mean, he's a pretty good looking guy there.
I have attended quite a few of the, police parties in my time.
Oh, and our chatter has this to say for you too. Do not tease our Dr. Silkman. He takes his profession
I don't tease.
seriously.
I don't tease.
He takes it very seriously.
The only thing I tease is my hair.
He will challenge you on the amount of DNA that you have on that key. And what about your intimate sample? That's something he's done a whole video on.
This key?
Yeah, there was a lot of DNA on that.
Yeah, well, I will clean it. I'm going to clean it right now. And then I'm going to send it.
That's evidence. It says
I'm going to send it to Dr. Silkman.
Dr. Silkman, please. Oh. I think she just either needs to retire.
I don't know what your problem
Martha
is.
wants to know, wants you to know that you should lose your rat tail comb, woman. I don't know what she means by that. I don't know if you test rat tails too, or I don't know.
I don't know what.
Did you ever, when you had all them hair samples, did it take so long because maybe you were testing your own? Oh no, that's right. Your hairspray sticks it there. I forgot. It don't move, right? If a wind comes, does it blow? I'm sorry. These are just questions I personally wanted to know. I'm sorry, going off track.
I could give you the number of my stylist.
Oh, no, thank you. Oh, thank you. That'd be very nice.
Oh, excuse me.
Please don't fall. Now throw your samples in the air and wave your hands like you just don't care. Oh, come on.
I like that T1.
You're encouraging. Okay. Does your qualifications for your position require some common sense?
I commonly have sense at work. Yes.
Okay. What can Sherry teach Kretz about social behavior?
I'm gonna actually be texting him later, and I feel like Mr. Kratz has a few issues.
I love this one, Juliet. This is a great one.
I'm just hoping that I don't have to test any of his DNA in the future.
Juliet wants to know if you have a chin strap for your helmet hair. I think she thinks you're a biker.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. Someone that's SOTT thinks too much. How many swabs do you see there?
Oh, these I have to send these over to the FBI.
Okay. Well, here's a message from Dr. Silkman for you.
Excuse me?
Colleen,
are you offering me a job? I could really use one because you should see my file at work. It's not looking very good right now. I'm just saying.
What you gonna be talking about, Sherry? Or that's right, you do this, right? You do this, right? Text them, texting only.
Yes, yes.
I
Text.
guess JJack61 would like to know what you guys would talk about. And how many of those hormones are you taking, honey? Oh, Martha, I don't think we should be asking her such personal questions sometimes, although they're very good, and I think they're great. Lucrette's answer, he seems to have disappeared. And it's very nice that you came forward in this time, because a lot of people in this case are kind of like disappearing, like your friend Fallon and, the new AG. And do you know his lawyer, Mark? He has really bad phone etiquette.
Mark
Williamson. He was a lawyer for Tom Fallon.
Oh, yeah, Mark.
Yeah. We'll catch you up a little bit. Are you tired today?
No, actually, I'm having one of my better days. I have to say, this is quite enjoyable.
Okay. All right. Did you test the bones?
I did. They asked me.
Please don't fall.
To test the tissue. So I'm going to test the tissue.
Oh, okay. All right. How deep Martha, that's just questions I don't want to ask, but I'm sure you're interested. How deep do your blonde roots go? Lord. Tap your bottle on the light.
I did it.
You opened it. Very good. Okay. Well,
I got the tissue.
Are you going to demonstrate for us again?
You take the little tube and you put it in there, like that. And you squish the stuff in and you shake it.
And then you drink it.
No, that's tissue. You don't drink tissue.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, here we go. Juliet wants to know, all the bad players are hiding because the Court of Appeals is going to be granting a new trial. And you come forward because, Mr. Kratz, your texting friend, he's gone.
I'm feeling a little bit left out because, I was involved in the first case too. And everybody got invited to talk, and they didn't invite me. And I was feeling really left out. I don't understand.
Okay. Well, would you like to tell us about how you got involved in the first case, or maybe just tell us in your own words how you, because Stephen Avery's known everywhere and they're trying to do some new DNA testing. What do you think of
Stephen? Is that all you want to talk about?
Well, yeah.
I want to talk about me.
Dr. Silkman would like to know if your nails are laboratory standards. I don't think so. You're not supposed to have long nails with polish on them, and maybe is it a Friday dressed the way you want to dress day?
It's casual Friday.
Casual Friday. It's Tuesday, honey.
I am actually retiring from this lab. So, Dr. Silkman, if you're looking for a personal assistant, I'm open and I'm ready to travel. And I have toilet paper. I do.
Well, Fassbender did leave you a note. Did that help you in your?
He did. He did. I really appreciate these officers who are so concerned and really try to help me to get the best results. Well,
Do you ever test, like, do you know anything about fingerprints or? Oh, I want to go back to the bones. You've distracted me. I need to know about the bones. Did you test them? Did you see them? Did they look like they were human?
You've
Or
seen
I mean,
one
there was
loci.
one in there that looked like a chicken bone.
You see one loci, you've seen them all.
Okay, well, when you were eating Kentucky Fried Chicken, did you just kind of went like that and let it go in the box? Is that maybe why chicken bones were in there?
I prefer ribs.
There were rib bones there too. Did your colleagues eat any fried chicken?
I did have those students that were here that day. I thought somewhere I had their list, but crayon doesn't hold up very well on paper.
Crayon?
Yeah, I had them sign in when they came.
Well, was BB right? Did your bones come in a box and leave in a box?
They did come in a box.
I don't think you could remember.
I would like to know who this BB is. Has she been spying on me?
BB's pretty smart. There's some smart people out here, I'll tell you what. In fact, they kind of think that you're, how can we say this? You're not very honest. I don't know. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings, but I mean, you put in a deviation paper for something you never even tested yet. How do you do that? Or how can the dates be that wrong? And these loci, I mean, you know better than that. That's 1 in 500,000 people that are 25 and Caucasian. That is ridiculous to have that and say that's okay. And then to be told,
did I get away with
a bullet?
I have one question for you. I have one question for you. Did it stay in evidence?
Yes. Did you ever see any blood on the mattress or on the sheets or in the carpet?
Who's a smart cookie? Who's a smart cookie?
Any DNA that belonged to Teresa Halbach in his trailer on them sheets where she was slashed and raped? And did you find any semen? Did you find any hair?
I wasn't looking for semen.
She's supposed to have been raped.
Oh.
Or are you okay with that?
All I can attest to is the items that we tested at our lab, and our DNA lab found that there's DNA on here.
You're not wearing gloves. You were washing it with Stephen Avery's and Teresa's toothbrush. Now, if you want to get it right, even 14 years later,
I lost the bullet. I think I gotta find the bullet. Where's the bullet? Did you see the bullet?
It's in the garage.
Huh. I found it! I found it.
Very good. Okay.
I don't know where to put it.
Did you test anything and hide it if it didn't link it to Stephen? I'm
just gonna stick this in here for a minute. I don't want to lose it.
Okay, well.
Who's this Mose?
Hi, Mose. How are you doing?
I can't find the bullet again.
Okay, well, I am trying to find this. I've got something from Ajax 61 that I would like to show you if I can get it.
Why didn't you get another blood swab in the back of the wrap? I got a bunch of swabs from the back of the wrap. Would you like? I've got extras. Would you like some?
Extra swabs. Okay there, Sherry. That's not really what we need to hear. I mean, I thought you were going to come on here and say we were just a bunch of blooming idiots. And we don't know.
I'm a very empathetic and a very professional person.
Okay. Empathetic. What does that got to do with testing DNA?
I don't know. That's just what Ken told me.
Okay, I'm just losing it here with this. I am so.
Is it me or is it warm in here?
And I think you maybe drank a little too much of your solution. Well, I don't
Where
think
did I
Stephen
put my
Avery thought
grocery
it was
list? I
funny.
don't remember.
Professional drinking. Your grocery list was on the back of the piece of paper that was
What color? What is the color of the wrap? Are you saying in the daylight or in the nightlight or it's
you.
it's let me see. I had notes on this one. It is bluish green.
Bluish green. Okay. And all that evidence that you got way back when, was there anything in there that was Brendan Dassey's or Teresa's that came from the trailer?
I found a key.
You found the key?
Well, I found the DNA on the key.
Okay.
And I found
was
the
wrap
DNA.
open?
I found the DNA on the bullet. I did that
Okay,
too.
well,
that was me.
okay, well, was the wrap open when you got there at the
No, I used the
garage?
key. I used this thing.
Use the key that was found in Stephen Avery's bedroom? That key looks brand new. That doesn't even have
That's
any.
because I cleaned it. Remember? Oh wait.
Oh, okay.
That's because I was cleaning it. I told you I have to clean it.
And it says Stephen Avery on it. And you had trees. Oh, Lord.
See,
I'm
it's
glad
clean.
you're retired. We should celebrate your retirement. That you are finally leaving the crime lab.
Does that mean we're having a party?
And future people that are going into trial will never have to worry about your deviation paper, your dates, your instructions, your drinking.
Who's that doctor guy? I like him.
That's Dr. Stookman, who has very big credentials compared to yours. I'd love to see
Are
you
you hiring?
Not for what you want, honey. Oh, I mean, I don't think so.
Are we? You said party. Are we having a party? What kind of party are we having? Because I think I'm empty.
You're empty, yeah. And my brain has had all of its brain cells sucked out by this past 45 minutes with you. No insults intended. I'm sure you won't even remember any of them. You'll think they were all good.
Sorry.
Here, Kimmy says, did you eat any paint chips that you got off that bullet?
Oh no. I don't know what you're talking about. There was only DNA on there.
Okay. All right. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Hi, Lily. You want to say hi to Lily and Southern Mom?
Oh, Lily? Who's Lily?
Yeah. Lily, she's a very nice person.
Lily, do you have any wine? I'd like to find some place that has some wine. I think the liquor stores are closed.
Yeah. We're doing this, social distancing and washing our hands and wearing masks. And since you didn't wear gloves and masks while you're doing DNA testing, can we trust you not to contaminate all of Wisconsin with coded 15 or 19 or whatever they're calling it? That that terrible thing that we should not even be making fun of. It's terrible. Are you going to cooperate and do what society needs for rules? Because you don't do them in the legals.
Huh?
I'm sorry, you do. You wear gloves, but you blow in them, you spit in them, and you drink on the job.
Look that's me. I'm famous.
Not much difference.
I'm famous.
You're famous, all right. But is that what you want?
I think they're going to call me out of retirement to do some more testing. I really like my hair there. Isn't that pretty?
It doesn't look like it's changed one bit, not even one hair. And that is because of this.
I don't use that anymore. I use this.
Better shellac. Okay. What's this? Oh, no. I'm not a shellac.
I like
I like Southern Mom. Where is it? Oh, Lord, help us. You haven't changed a bit, Hazel says.
Oh, thank you.
Not one bit. Okay. Do you usually recycle the groin swabs and then reuse them again?
They're good for at least 3 swabbings. 4 on Sundays.
Did you have any from Stephen Avery by chance? I mean, I know they didn't order them, but you can tell us now. It's years later.
The only swabs that I do not recall are the swabs that I got from the hood latch, and there's nothing I can tell you about that. I
And how
wasn't
come
there.
there was so much DNA on that hood latch for sitting for 4 months, and you got all that, and we know that it deteriorates in time. So, boy,
He's a big boy. I'm
The
sure he
killer
puts
or
off a
Stephen
lot
Avery?
of DNA.
The killer or Stephen Avery? Because Stephen Avery's a little guy. You might have seen him sitting in the courtroom while you were up there.
I do not recall.
Do not recall. Boy, you sound like a lot of other people there. They do not recall. She is too, doctors. I think her methods are questionable. I really do. Your lipstick's never gone, by the way. Reapply.
Yeah.
Thank
you.
I'm reading it wrong because I really just can't even. She's using a swab for her lipstick.
I'm going out with Tom after work.
Okay. Oh, that I wasn't supposed to put that up. Sorry, Jax. What's this one? I like Sherry's calm demeanor. Very professional. B-Max.
Thank you.
Okay.
You should come to the party afterwards.
Oh, I remember
I'll let
this.
you buy me a drink.
Spooky has a bone to pick with you.
I have extras. They came in a box like this big.
You have extras.
I have extras.
Oh, that's right. You guys ate ribs and chicken. Gave him some extras.
I have extras.
I like this one.
Dippity.
Dippity doo, you know, that stuff that makes your hair all big.
Oh, yeah. Who doesn't like big hair?
Yours hasn't changed in 14 years.
Thank you. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. I have to go out after work, and it's just not doing what I want it to. Okay.
Dr. Stokman thinks you need a vacation. You deserve a vacation, I should say.
I shot myself in the eye. Oh, that's right. I'm supposed to put these on first.
Did you ever do this? Replace a label on a sample, your favorite game. Did you ever do that? Replace labels?
I do always carry.
And what is the intimate sample? Can you?
I carry extra labels.
Oh, just them ones?
I do.
Cover.
Excuse me. That stuff doesn't taste good.
Oh, here's a good question for you since you're famous. JJax61 wants to know if Sherry, have you ever done an episode of Forensic Flinks?
No, but I am going to come up with my own series, and it's gonna be the life and times of the DNA lab. It's coming to the Comedy Network.
This person, Steven, was in the striped suit back 14 years ago. And even before that,
Oh,
like
the one who looks
70
like he belonged on Monopoly board. Yeah, the get free out of
yeah,
jail. Yeah,
yeah.
I remember him. I think he did the first one too. I
And
think he
yeah,
did.
were you
I
able
think
to
he did it.
understand, able to understand Ken Kratz's sign language when you were in the courtroom? I mean, it was like and pulling of the ears and
It's kind of like the Macarena.
do the Macarena. Okay.
It's the Mac.
Gotcha. Oh, so you just listen to the music and then you watch
Mhm.
them and okay, well, what does this one or this one mean?
This one
Yeah.
that's just
Shush. Okay. And this one is like remember or what is that?
I do not recall.
Oh, you do not recall. Okay. And how about this one with the clicking of the pen?
Oh, that's you've been a bad girl.
Mm-hmm. So much for spending tuition. Oh, I'm sorry. Some people they're very blunt. They have no problem. That's it. Thought I recognized Jerry. First year episode of NCIS. Okay. Okay. Here. This is some really good advice. Okay. Being Green is really looking out for you. How are you doing on your self-isolation and avoiding contamination? Or
I
something you don't know
use my gloves
about.
and my goggles, and then I have face masks too.
Okay. All right. Well, Sherry, I think you need a nap and a vacation. Oh, that's right. You are taking a permanent vacation. I am so thankful that you were here for us today to clear up some of these questions that we had. And I'm
Does
so glad.
anybody want to leave some DNA? I can test it for you. I'll give you a discount.
Are you going to do this on the side maybe when you're leaving the lab? You're going to take some of your tools home with you?
Unless that cute Dr. Zuckman wants to hire me.
Okay. All right. Okay, guys. The fun doesn't end here because
I have extra ones of these. I give them to the police officers. Do you want some?
would that be Wiegert and Fassbender? A Colburn or Link?
Yeah, they were on a monthly subscription.
Oh, okay. I'm almost willing to just go, bye, Sherry. But there you go. Did you notice anything?
No, I didn't.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to tell our wonderful chatters here.
Will you take me to the grocery store? Please?
You better get some. I think you have all of them. You probably have the second one by the caseload. Banaka and breath mints don't work on no kind of alcohol. So I think you don't need that.
Darn.
All right. Well, anyway, everybody, thank you so much for joining us. Miss Colleen, thank you very much.
I'm going to go back and listen to Brad.
Don't let the fun stop. You can go on over to Foul Play. Powder Puff Girls
We're going to listen to Brad.
Okay. All right. We're just going to go like this. Nice day. All right, guys. We'll see you over at Foul Play. Powder Puff is going to have a great episode. I know I was in it. Anyway, I'm only joking. Thank you very much for coming. Me and Miss Culhane really appreciate you. Hi, Dark Side. Anyway, join the Foul Play Discord.
Happy New Year!
Yeah. And go check out, I really stress, go check out the Foul Play webpage. It is wonderful. It's for everybody. We're all on there. We got Millbilly, we got Paul, we got me, we got Zoom, Bada Boom, Zoom. And there's a lot of great people there. It's a lot of hard work and it's really professional. It looks great. And you know what they Foul Play says? Team, right? Together.
Hey,
everyone.
I gotta tell that Zoe and that Spooky, they did a really good job on that website. I'm just saying.
They sure did. All right, guys. Thanks very much. We'll see you next time for Trash Tuesdays. And maybe my partner will be back.
You're buying first round, right?
Bye, guys. Have a great day.
Bye. I gotta call